starting soon. We'll be starting soon. Peace and love. Trying to get everything over here situated. Haven't been on for a while, so all my stuff I haven't been messing with has been down. Let me see if I can get it all back up. Nope. All right, seems like we got stuff back up and running. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Peace, 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 peace. Peace and love. We got new modes and stuff. I've been gone so long. Let me see what these new modes is. Eight children of God. All right, peace, 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 and one love. I don't know what I'm in this co-host doing, so I guess I'm gonna have to get out this co-host. Um, I hate when somebody invite me into something and then they're not doing nothing. I don't want to see your cars, bro. I don't want to see your house. I see the light on whoever house you're looking at. Um, I don't need to see that, you know. So why did you call me over here? And that's what I would like to know. Cause I got on today. I haven't been on in about a week. I got on today because I want to talk about some real deep thoughts and things. I want to talk about some good stuff. You know, I want to talk about. I was looking at a study, and 90, 97% of women over 40 think cheating is justified. 97% of women over 40 think cheating is justified. So let me ask you, what do you think? All right. Got up out of there real quick. Hey, peace and one love. I thank everybody for joining us. We are live on YouTube as well. I know y'all haven't seen me in a while, and I do miss you, man. I missed y'all so much. But you know what I found out in missing y'all? It gave me a chance to sit back and listen to y'all. And as much as I hate to say it, our people, we are lost people. We're truly a lost people. Wow, that's deep. So I want you to invite your friends over to the room because we're gonna talk about us being lost. We're also gonna talk about something that I ran across. I ran across a study that said that women over 40 think that cheating is justified. They think that if a husband has potent problems and can't provide quality sex, that it's okay to cheat. I mean, this is the conclusion of an anonymous survey of in the United States whose husbands have problems with, you know, they have problems with potency and premature ejaculations or just small penises size. But the result fully confirms earlier statements made by sexologists. Male sexual impotency and the inability to give a woman an orgasm always leads to infidelity on the part of a woman, which is one of the most common causes of divorce. Now, even if a woman has never cheated on her husband and did not even think about it, just the lack of satisfaction in intimate life can dramatically change the situation. I mean, when you think about that, cheating becomes not just possible, but quite likely. I mean, this happens due to biological process and on a subconscious level. So the deception from women is quite natural. I mean, if there is no normal sex in the relationship, or if a woman is not getting what she needs from her husband, put yourself in these women's shoes. The need for sex arises psychologically. The desire is always there, and they can't overcome it. They have to live with this all the time. How does this affect the woman? Without elevating tensions, and even a previous calm woman can easily become nervous and irritable. I mean, in relationship arguments arise, often without reason. The more the spouse argue, the more they become estranged from each other. So as a result, even women who were once proud of their honors and loyalty to their husbands begin to cheat on their partners. I mean, at first it happens accidentally at work or with friends. But after the first time, the woman is still tormented by the thought of betrayal. She 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 can't shake the thought that she won't be able to have normal sex for the rest of her life. That's why the affair will repeat itself again and then again and again. The emergency of a steady lover is also not unusual. However, however, these are advantages, these are ventures, rarely lead to repairing the relationship with your partner. Constant deceit only deepens the estrangement between spouses. This is this and this will ultimately end in divorce. So, question is, who do you think is to blame in this situation? I mean, the situation is very complicated and contradictory, but they need to understand that women cannot be blamed either. So I strongly recommend that all men approach their partners with understanding and patience in such situations. Let's talk about this today. If an issue arises, it is really critical to take comprehension steps just to resolve it. It's critical that we do that. For instance, premature ejaculation. Lord have mercy. Tongue tied. If it's a common condition that often affects young men. Boy, ain't nothing like some good coffee in the morning. But fortunately, modern medicine has made significant strides in understanding its cause, and healthcare professionals are now well equipped to provide, effective treatments. But is it possible to increase potency and improve the quality of sex without serious interventions? I'm addressing this question to you all. Who do you blame in these situations? What is it that really needs to be done in these situations? How can we change this? Because in changing this, you also change divorce. Marriage is the foundation of this world. The marriages is what holds this world together. The family, the unity, the love. Without family, the world will end soon. The love. And love is what we need. If you know me, they call me Love Has Come, love in the flesh. Depends on which social media you go on. But all I speak of is love. Because the bottom line is love. I'm not talking about the love of the world either. I'm talking about the love of the Most High. So it's many things I really want to talk about. I just use that to get the conversation started. Because we don't talk about us enough. We don't talk about our issues enough. And then when we talk about them, we won't speak on them truthfully. We won't speak from our heart. So as I said, peace and one love. I'm in a couple of platforms. You can find me on YouTube right now. We are live. I need to go ahead and go live because I was on starting, but I know that they heard me, so I'm going to say peace. And I'm going to say one love to all of y'all on YouTube. I do thank y'all for joining me right now. I thank y'all so much for this love that you have bestowed upon us. Let me see if I can get this going. I don't know why this froze like this. There we go. For some reason, trying to get everything up and running, right. So I want to be on all the social medias as we go to speak today, because I haven't been on in a while. When TikTok shut down, I took a break. I took a time to sit back and relax. So now that I know, y'all really don't want to talk about this issue, because it's putting you on the spot. You can't blame the man. You can't blame the woman. So if you can't blame neither one, then I ask you, who do you blame? That's the question I would ask. Who do you blame? I'm starting live on Facebook right now. I'm a little bit late, but I do want to thank all of you all for joining us. I really do. I appreciate it much. So as we speak today, there's so many things that has been going through my mind, but I've seen so much on TikTok that it messed me up. Do you know that instead of us using TikTok to unite, we use it to divide and create chaos and turmoil and confusion. We use it, if you're spiritual, we use it as devils. We use it as a people who are lost and have no idea of who they are or what they are to be doing. We don't use TikTok for anything positive. Everybody's trying to prove that they know God better than the next person. But I'm here to tell you, if you don't know you, you don't know God. Everything work out okay? What happened? They did what? Oh, a shampoo.
But since from Saturday to now, the bumps are going away. So I look like the girl who cried wolf. So I told her, she was like, I really don't, because she was like, I don't want to give her the steroid, the oral steroid, because there's other side effects to it.
Right.
So I was like, that's fine.
Right.
I was like, just prescribe me the shampoo so when it happens again, I don't want to come back.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And that's cool. And
yeah, but I'm just like, they're not here when she's scratching uncontrolled.
Right. Right.
So they don't see it.
Right. Right.
That's why I wanted her to have the oral medicine.
Well.
So whatever is in her body causing her to scratch or itch, it kills that.
Next time, whatever you was using was working good.
Because yeah, using the same medicine, the cream that we had.
Okay, because I put a little bit on her back, and when I did, she calmed right down.
Yeah, because that one has the steroid in it, but that's just still the topical.
But it's not going to kill her if it stops the itch, and it helps us because we constantly bathe in her and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. I was like, go ahead. They said that they use the shampoo on other babies.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it going to mess with her eyes?
Right.
I don't know the battle I have to go through washing her hair. Like, she's like, no, we give it to babies all the time. I was like, okay.
All right.
We'll go work out.
Right on. You did your walk?
No, but we're going to work out today.
Oh, y'all going to work out?
I called her, yeah.
Oh, all right. At the park? Yeah. All right. Anyway, back, peace and love. Y'all forgive me for that. I was checking on my little daughter and stuff like that. So let's see what is everybody saying here. Let me move this just a little bit closer. You know, my eyes ain't what they used to be. I see things from far away, but I don't see them as good as they used to. Even some of the words are smaller than what they used to. You know, I think about my grandmother. She used to say, come read this for me, boy. I'd be like, why? You know, she'd be like, well, read this, read this. Read it for me. You know, she loved reading the Bible. And I said, Grandma, why you can't read it? And so she said, boy, them words just too small for me. And I'm looking at these words like normal. What you mean they too small? But now I'm older, I understand what she's saying. They do get smaller. I don't know if it's our eyelids that get smaller enough because I see real good. But boy, when it comes to looking at some of these words, I think they be playing tricks on me. I think they make them small just to mess with your eyes. You know, I got glasses, but if you notice, I never wear them. I see better without them than I do with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't. I just don't. But anyway, let's get back on the subject of us. Us. I want to talk about us. I want to talk about us. Let me fix this over here because I don't want to leave y'all out either. I don't want to leave y'all out. So let me see if I can move this right here. I got all this over here. If I can move this, I can set y'all in the same place so y'all can see me as they see me. I don't like y'all to see anything different. I'm working on like 3 different cameras here. So, you know, you're going to see me different depending on where you're looking at me. And if you're on Facebook watching me, this is what you're going to see, you know. See if I can bring some up here on if they want to join the live, they can. You know, I like to let other people in. I truly do. Um, it brings in more of a conversation. You know, I'm trying to get more people on here on YouTube before I really start the conversation. Oh, let me say peace. Let me go down the list because I see quite a few has joined, and I want to thank y'all for joining me. I do. When I say I thank you, I mean I really mean that from my heart. Um, who's that? It's that B. Thank you for joining me. Imagination, Ondira, Phil, Destiny, Lanford, Pooh, Gosh, David, Bill. I'm going through the list, Lewis, because I want y'all to know that I do look at y'all who come on. I do look at the names. Frank, I do appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to have y'all on. And I missed y'all. I haven't been on in a while. I haven't really been in the rooms. I've been around listening, but I haven't really joined or anything like that because I was on probation. And I'm glad because it gave me a chance to really listen to them and realize I don't want to be up in there. I don't want to even be in that confusion. I don't. I don't. You know. So let me say peace and love to everyone in the room. I didn't get a chance to go down the whole list because I see the list is getting long, but I do want to acknowledge that I do acknowledge y'all in the room here. And you mean the world to me. Let me tell you why. I'm not a content creator. I don't sit up and think about content that I can create. When I get on here, I'm coming from my heart. And when I come from my heart, it's always about my people. It's always about us. It's about what we need as a people. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't try to classify me and put me in your block and say that I'm prejudiced. I have nothing against any other race. Every race has the right to live on the face of this earth just as we do. So we can get that out of the picture. Now, if you do want to understand why I say my people, because my people is first and foremost. My people are bone of my bone, their flesh of my flesh, and their blood of my blood. All of us don't have the same blood. Do you feel what I'm saying? I mean, we all have bodies. We all have spirits, but we don't have the same bodies or the same spirits. They were given to us for different reasons. But the point is that even though we all have different spirits, and even though we may come from different beings, all the different spirits all come from one spirit. All the different characteristics and all the different energies that is within you all come from one main energy. That evil force, that evil nature that's in you come from the same spirit. That oh, y'all like my cup? I'm retired. Or did the permanent grin give that away? We're one spirit. But we have mingled with so many different spirits that we're not whole anymore. We're not pure anymore. We're mixed. It's like a pure breed dog. It's worth a lot more than a mixed one. The minute you mix them, they lose value. And that's what has happened to us. We have lost value, our value, the value of who we are, the value of what we mean to one another, the value of how much we are part of one another. We have lost self. See, we don't see the connection anymore. When you look at me and I look at you, we don't see that connection anymore. We don't see, oh, hey, here's a brother of mine just like me. We lost that love. We lost that love. We lost it. And we lost it because we integrated. We integrated. When we integrated, we began to want to be like the people that we integrated with. We began looking at them so much and watching them so much and practicing them. We forgot about us. And we've been gone away from us for so long that we don't know how to get back. We're lost. We have become a lost people. So lost that we don't know the way back. We don't know the way back home. We don't know the way back to self. We don't know the way back to our culture, back to our nature. We don't even know who we are no more. We sit up every day and we try to figure it out. And every time we try to figure out, we come up with all these different conclusions, and we realize that none of them are us. They're all of other people, other nations, nations that we have integrated with, become a part of. You know, in the scriptures, in the Bible, in the holy tablets, the holy book, all through the scriptures, it talks about different people, different nations. But it always showed you that when the nations were divided from one another, that they remained in their state of who they were. They because it was them, that was their nature, that was their culture. And when they integrated, it always brought death and destruction on those who wasn't even a part of it. That's what happened to us. Look, I don't know about you, but back in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, we didn't go around killing one another like we do today. It wasn't accepted in our community. It wasn't accepted in our neighborhoods. It wasn't accepted in our homes. We were taught that we were a part of each other and that we had to depend on each other, and we were taught to work together with one another. You couldn't stop the debates. You couldn't stop the disagreements sometimes, but you could minus them down to where they didn't kill one another over it. They just disagreed. They proved each other. If you said I was wrong, you proved me wrong by what you saying I was wrong about. But you didn't bring violence in to prove me wrong. We didn't get mad and strike one another just because of words. I'm not saying we didn't fight. But we fought because you either disrespected a man's wife or his children or some older person. We didn't fight just to fight. You know what's funny when you think about it, back in the day, we didn't even compete against one another like they do today. That wasn't of our nature. That wasn't of our culture. We did not compete. We worked together. We were taught to unite and work together. We wasn't taught to separate and divide ourselves between each other. Competing brings division. Have you ever thought about that? Think about it. You teach your children to compete with one another, and at the same time, you're teaching your children division and not even knowing it. You're teaching them a pride, but a pride that, I think in the scriptures it says that pride comes before a fall. So you're teaching them to have pride in themselves instead of pride in their family, pride in their lives. You're telling them to have pride in life when you should be teaching them to have pride in their nation, in their people. Because their life is nothing without their people. Do you realize that where you are today, you got there because of the love of your people? You didn't get there because of any slickness or any greatness of your own. It's always somebody greater than you. Always somebody smarter than you, more intellectual than you. You didn't get there because of anything that you done yourself. You got there off of the love. The love of God, meaning the love of the people that was in your life. Because we are God's. I keep telling you that. I've always told you that we're God's. Do me a favor, please, because I'll be forgetting. I so much want to connect to you that I'll be forgetting to ask you to just tap the screen. Could you please just tap the screen? Show me a little love. It helps. And I've been gone for a while. I need the love. Look, I need to get up there. I think we only got 6 so far that showed me love. I think last time I looked, it was like, 20 to 30 people in the room, and I can't get no love? You mean out of all the people that's under the sound of my voice that I'm trying to talk to, my own people, I can't get you to tap on the screen and show me a little love? Why? Because I say I'm not a content creator? The only content that I'm trying to create is a unity between my people. The only content that I'm trying to create is a separation of my people. I want to separate the righteous from the unrighteous. Because the righteous is my people. Now, I don't care what complexion or what color you come in, because I told you we've been mixed with all nations. So it ain't about what color you come or nothing like that, or how your hair is or none of that. It's about what spirit is in you. It's about the spirit that's in you. That's what makes you a part of me. If you got the spirit that I got, it's going to connect. That's what makes you a part of me. Because if you have the spirit that I have, you have a spirit of love. And love only begots love, honey. Love don't associate with evil. Love does no wrong. So see, when you got the spirit of love, you got the same spirit I have. You can unite with me, because we're not competing against one another. We're unifying with one another so that we can build with one another, so that we can edify one another, so that we can keep one another's feet from going in crooked paths, and one another's hands from doing things that they ain't got no business doing. We're there for one another. That's the difference between us and the world. We don't want to see one another fall. If you fall, we coming to help you get back up, because we don't want to see you down. See, y'all got all this fake love. Y'all got this wannabe love, this vain love. That's not love. That's not divine love. That's not the love of God. The love of God is divine. Divine. When you talk about God and you talk about the subject that I wanted to talk about, what the women, about the 97% of women who think it's okay to cheat on your man if you're not getting pleased sexually. However, the man stays, and a lot of times the man is not getting pleased by the woman, but yet he stays in the relationship. He's not he didn't marry the woman for the sex. He married the woman for the companionship, for the friendship, for the help, for someone to talk to, someone to cry on, someone to take his problems to discuss what's going on inside of them so that they can free themselves from the problems that they may be having. You can't do that with everybody. You got to do that with somebody that you're close to, that you feel comfortable with, that you know is going to respect you and not go out and tell everybody everything that you talk about. You come on now, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real man. I'm not talking about a man of this world. There's two different type of mans in this world. It's the man of the world, and then it's the spiritual man. Spiritual man think totally different from the man of the world. Man of the world is chasing the things of the world, so he really doesn't have time for you. You're just something that he uses as he go through to chase the world. He uses you like the YT uses the other races. You're just a business proposition. You know, there's no love for you nowhere. He'll tell you he love you, but it's not true. See, the rich will tell you in a minute they love you, but them are just words. Because if you don't do what that rich wants you to do, you are out of there, baby. That has nothing to do with love. Love says, I love you no matter what. I love you in spite of your faults. Because even though you have faults, that don't mean that we can't change them. Even though you got some spots, that don't mean we can't clean them up. Even though you might be walking in crooked paths, that don't mean we can't straighten out your path. Even though you may have some hills to climb, that don't mean we can't smooth it out. That's why we're one. That was the main reason of uniting and becoming one. To be there for one another. To lift one another up. To bear one another's burdens. To comfort one another. To support one another. I think we forgot what love is. Because we marry for money. We marry for status. We don't marry. No, we definitely don't marry for love, because love is not love is not something that you just wake up one morning and have. Love was in you the minute that you was created. But you never touched love. You never came acquainted with the love that's in you. You never took time out to get to know that love that is within you. That's why you fight against it. Not because you don't enjoy it. Not because you don't feel like you need it. You fight against it because You don't understand it. It's hard for you. Because what love tells you is opposite of what the world tells and show you. And no matter how good love tastes, you just can't seem to stop eating the other things that you eat that are not of love. You can't seem to fast from the worldly things that seem to lead you in destruction and seem to lead you in hate and murder and deceit, pain. The only way for us to become a mature people is to separate ourselves from those who wants to stay children. If you're after this world, if you're striving for this world, if you are chasing anything in this world, you can never get to the point of where I'm at. Because in order to get here, you have to give up the world. See, last time I said that, I got suspended because I said you had to D word to the world. And he said that I was promoting suicide. So I want to make this correct. I am promoting suicide. The suicide of the evil nature that is within you. I'm promoting that you destroy it, unalive it, get rid of it. Because as long as you hold on to it, as long as you try to be a part of it, as long as you continue to live and walk in it, you will destroy your people, those that you claim you love, and yourself. Because the world is a road to death and destruction. There should be nothing in this world that you should be striving for, that you should want. So mentally, to get where you need to get, spiritually, you have to let go physically. That's that Trinity. If you want to talk about a Trinity. Dying, resurrection, and living again. Dying to the world and all its practices, resurrecting to a new being, and living as a new being. Wow, that's beautiful. I can't talk to you like I want because they kind of there right now. They kind of got me on hold. They don't have me on hold like they think. I just don't want to stop talking to my people about what we need, about the unity that we need, the love that we need from one another. I just don't want to stop talking to my people about how easy it is not to fight your brother, how easy it is not to do evil or wrong to your brother, how easy it is not to pull a gun on your brother, not to take a knife to your brother or your sister. It's easier than you think. That nature in you, that spirit in you that makes you do that is not you. You can let that spirit go. You have the power over that evil spirit that want to do wrong to you or your people. That's a spirit that did not come from you. It's a spirit that was given to you, fed you, and you ate it so long that you became it because you are what you eat. Quit eating the things of this world. The things of this world is poison. Quit eating their lies. Quit eating their deceit. You know, I think I just picked a bad time to come on here because y'all not ready for truth. You know why you're not ready for truth? Because truth calls for a responsibility. It calls for being responsible. It calls for you to stand and be a woman or a man. You're not a man or a woman if you run from the truth. You're still a child. A child runs from the truth. Just like a child runs from work. Are you ready to stop running from yourself? Because to find yourself is a work. It's the greatest work that you can do. But it is a work. Because to find yourself, you have to walk through a dark, dark world where there's very little light. And even the light that you see is dim. So it's hard and it's long. Question. What is it that we want as a dark-skinned race of people? Anybody got an answer? What is it that you want as a black man or a black woman? Please be honest. Put it in the comment box. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Y'all forgive me for one moment. I didn't know my thing had closed over here. So help me out, please. No one wants to comment. Let me bring some people up. What do you want? That's what we're gonna talk about. What do you? That's an individual question for us as a whole. What do you want as a black nation, as a black people? Help me out. Let me bring some of y'all up. I'm gonna call other people to the room that's not watching, because I don't think y'all ready. Anybody want to come up? Just click down the